Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into our podcast. My name is Assael Garcia, and I currently hold the retention chair position over at our Sales Leadership Center.
My name is Yahya Zadian, and I represent the chair of operations at SLC.
Awesome. And today we want to appreciate you for your time, and we're looking forward to providing you with some more insight about the center and what you can expect to get out of it. And what better way to do so than to talk about our own personal experiences throughout the SLC? However, before doing so, we'd first like to shout out Brad Anderson, who is the director of our center, as well as Kayla Schneller, who is our administrative coordinator, both of which are some of the nicest people we have ever met and are a huge reason as to why we joined this center. Their willingness to always help students in any way they can is amazing, and they always strive to see their students succeed day in and day out.
Yes. Yes. Feel free to contact them anytime. Most preferable way is email. They're not intimidating, so don't be reluctant. If you're shy, there's no need to be because they're willing to answer any questions you have. I wanted to add, even though it might be unrelated, that it's free to join the SLC. There's no charge, and it's available to anyone regardless of your major.
Right, awesome. And the reason we bring both Brad and Kayla up is because we believe that by getting to know how nice the people in charge of the center are, we hope that more students will have the opportunity to become more involved throughout the SLC. So there's a reasoning behind that. And we hope you guys, again, as Yahya mentioned, please don't be reluctant to reach out to them to get to better know them, whether it's just some simple questions, or what they could even do is even set up a Zoom link if you prefer to do it that way. Besides that, to get back on the topic of how the Sales Leadership Center has been able to help us develop professionally, let me first say that before the SLC, I've always wanted to become more involved on campus, but was unsure about how to go about that. And what I did know, however, is that I wanted to hone in on polishing my sales skills as my dad actually owns his own small business. And I planned on becoming more involved on the sales side of the business in the near future. And along came the introduction to the SLC, and to my surprise, it was exactly what I was looking for. For one, it gave me the opportunity to step out of my comfort zone by participating in sales competitions. And on top of that, there's tons of networking opportunities, including the opportunities to meet with recruiters of our corporate partners, which is amazing because you can essentially get a foot through a company's door. The recruiters can get to know you before, heading into an interview, and the opportunities to meet the recruiters are essentially a safe space. We host what are known as meet and greets, in which they join in through Zoom links, and some of our corporate partners take the time to go through a presentation of each of their companies, in which they go into what they're about, what they do, their values, and from there they open it up to questions for students, whether it be about any positions and internship positions that they're offering this year, or even any full-time jobs coming out of college. They open it up for students to ask any questions, and it also gives you the ability to have those recruiters keep you in mind. Maybe you say something or ask a question in which you have that spotlight, and it enables you to ingrain a positive memory in their brains. So if you are interested in one of the companies that they're representing, um, you can go ahead and through their LinkedIn, which again the center provides all their contact information. You can set up an interview, and before you know it, you join into the interview and then remember who you are, and essentially you have a much greater opportunity of landing a job with some of our corner partners. So that's always great. The sales skills that I learned throughout the Sales Leadership Center can be applicable in a wide range of real world instances, which is to say that they're not merely limited to salespeople. What's awesome is that any student enrolled on campus can participate in our workshops and events at absolutely no cost to you. And you can stop in whenever you have the time. What's great about the center is that we're very flexible because we aren't an official club, contrary to popular belief. It's great because, again, you're not obligated to have to sit through every meeting that we host. Essentially, we work with your schedule. Whenever you have the time to join in, you're more than welcome. And essentially, that's what we're here for. We're waiting for you to hop on in, and we're more than happy to help you out through your career endeavors. And again, all these skills can be applied outside of the sales world and into your own personal relationships, for example. So that's great. So that's my side of my personal experience throughout the SLC, and the ways in which I've received my benefits. Yeah, I can hand it over to you. And
Yes, so two things that are key to sales are building trust and relationship building with your prospects. If because that plays a major role on whether you'll be a successful salesperson. If a client thinks that you're being unethical in sales or that you're trying to sell him, remember that that can damage your reputation and you won't really make it in sales. However, you can learn through the SLC how to reduce your chances of that happening. Anyways, and you always have to close the sale, which you'll learn. Anyways, these skills can be applied outside of sales. For example, if you want to get a job, you have to like sell yourself on your resume and your personality to convince the employer why they should hire you. If you were to start your own business, you would have to like sell yourself as well, and if you want to convince people that your business is great, and if you want to gain customers. So basically, those are two examples on how sales skills could be applied if you were to go work for someone else or if you were to be an entrepreneur and be independent. So either way, it would work both ways. Anyways, I wanted to add and move on to the next section on why people should join the SLC. See, you'll gain more insight into the field of sales. It applies to various industries: technology, food, retail, logistics, transportation, etc. And also, if you want to test drive a sales career fair, you could try some sales competitions. And a major benefit you'll also gain from joining the SLC is that you'll become better at persuading people, improve your persuasion skills, and become more convincing. And basically, how this would apply to the job market, you'd learn how to better convince employers to hire you. And through our workshops, you'll also become better at interviewing. And I'm going to hand it over to my partner, Assael, to cover the final section of the podcast.
great, awesome. Thank you, Yahya. So those are just some of our own personal experiences throughout the SLC and how we've benefited with our involvement. The center isn't here to necessarily force you into a career in the sales industry. What we do want to do is arm you with the right tools and techniques to essentially apply the skills that you learn into any job industry that you decide to find a career in. So if there's one thing you're going to leave this podcast with knowing, it's that sales in general is a great way to polish up on essentially all those crucial professional skills. But with that, we want to say that we know that this fall semester is coming to an end, but we want to send out all this information to students who perhaps were not as informed about the center. And we completely understand that this semester has been anything but normal. But we want to provide you all tuning in with the silver lining by saying that with any kind of adversity thrown our way, we are presented with an opportunity to grow. And today we're sharing that opportunity in the form of exciting workshops and competitions coming this spring semester. And who knows, perhaps there's a chance you really like what the SLC has to offer and you would want to come back for next school year. I know we both sure hope you do. And we want to thank you for tuning in. And we hope to see you stop by soon. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram at CSUFSLC to stay up to date with our events. And thank you for tuning in, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.